Mm, Good morning. So today is AmHAPPY 35. AmHAPPY 35. I want to, and it's a completion of mastery. And the completion of mastery is to choose peace. And the best way I know this one is to say, I don't know. And just fall back into that feeling, because you will find your center, your home, where you belong. And this will be where you are a heart-centered creator when you come from your heart through love, serving through love. And I celebrate not wanting to be alone, and that I'm not. And the last one is it my shit or yours? Is it my resistance or your resistance? Good morning, Allison. Hi, Allison. Whenever you're. So I celebrate today. Number 35, as 34 was yesterday. And I celebrate yesterday as I don't know. And like, I don't know is what I celebrate yesterday. Hi, Craig, welcome. And
hi.
Morning, Craig.
Good morning.
Trust. That's what I say today. Trust. Still in the completion of mastery, day 34. I don't know what's next, but I'm not alone. And I can trust the magic in that. So that's what I create for this week, in the intention of a $500 million project. Yeah. All inside of $100,000 step. And so in that, as I just bring that into our focus, it's just something out there that everyone wants, but it's not what we're primary focused on. So I'd love to hear from you as we bring people in. I'm going to get my coffee.
Okay. So I love that space of trust, Jesse. And I have no doubt that it will be the same for everybody that comes, but I speak for Craig, and I know that Lynn will welcome that too, the space of trust and the space of all of our innocent hearts that we were gifted with yesterday through Joe's little girl, Isla. It was such a beautiful, welcoming, and joyful experience. So I will welcome you, Craig. My word for this morning is starting block. That's what came to me. I am complete for now.
Thank you, Allison. Starting block. And Jesse came in with trust.
Mm.
Trust the magic as it unfolds. Oh, wow. That's interesting because trust came to me last evening as well. Trust. But there's more, there's a little more to it. Trust the highest perspective is how that's fleshing out for me this morning. Trust the highest perspective. So I'm going to lead with that. And I am more than happy to invite Lynn to our circle this morning.
Good morning, beautiful people. Thank you, Craig.
Good morning, Lynn.
Morning, Lynn.
Big love.
Big love. Totally honored to be here. As always. And I had a realization with Jesse the other day that honored to be here. Oh, sorry, I'm in a giggle. I'm in a wiggle.
All giggles welcomed.
Sorry.
Yeah. We had lots yesterday.
We did.
I watched last night. It was great.
Oh, did you? Awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty pure.
Yeah. Yeah. Very Fibonacci.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, it was, yeah. And divine timing. I know, I mean, yeah, Fibonacci trampoline. Um, do our words have to be positive? Do they have to be? Okay, uncertain is my word today. Hi, Mona. And on in that, on that, above that, beyond that, irrelevant. There's no demarcation. I welcome Mona in to our beautiful, trusting circle of love.
Just a note there, Lynn. There's no such thing as a positive or a negative hit that you get.
I know.
Yeah. This is a space without judgment. And the same is true with what comes in for you to add. There's something there that's of value.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, and that's what's important. So yeah. No big deal. So
No.
can you say your word again?
Yeah, uncertain.
Sounds a little bit like I don't know.
Yeah, it is. I don't know. That's I don't know.
There you
But
go.
it's a little bit than I don't know. I think it's more. Yeah, it's more. The word is probably more. Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah. Oh God, I can't believe I can't even say this. Oh shit, I'm gonna have to say it. The word is probably inferior.
Mm. 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 Thank you for allowing yourself to go there, Lynn.
Thank you for gently guiding and encouraging me there, Greg.
Yeah. Because there's value. There's value in what you said.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think
There's
value in
always
both.
value in what comes. Mm. And we have Mona and Ginny and Ian that have shown up since I looked. So can you invite someone next, please?
Yeah, Mona. So I invited Mona in.
Thank you for that, Lynn, and good morning.
Morning, sweetheart.
I think my word for the day is heartbroken.
Hmm.
I made some mistakes. And my kids don't talk to me and it hurts. And I did the best I could.
Mona, I would just like to say you did the best that you could at that time. You didn't know then what you know now. You did the best you could with the knowledge you knew then.
I'm aware of
Did the
that.
best you
I
could.
think what happened for me is I came to this program to change some things about me and understand some things about myself. And I've done a lot of work. And part of the reason I did the work is because I wanted to have a relationship with my children. But they don't know because they don't talk to me. And I have somebody that's in my circle that has noticed the changes, not just for me, but for themselves.
Have you got their address? Maybe write them a letter and get, if you've got their address, write everything down on a letter or your feelings and just post a letter out.
I sent an email to my daughter this morning. I don't know what will happen with it, but in the past, it's not been very positive reaching out. And because I had emotional sobriety issues, I was thought to be mentally ill. And they never changed their perspective.
All I'd like to say, Mona, it is possible. My father's an alcoholic, my mother's narcissistic. And I forgive them and I speak to them now, so it is possible. It is possible. I just want to give you a bit of hope. It is possible. And I love you.
Thank you. I don't like feeling this way. It hurts my body. I had a touch of the flu yesterday and it gives me bad headaches. And with the holidays, it's really, the depression sets in.
And we welcome all of you. And that love grows.
I just want to give you a big hug, Mona, so I'm giving you a hug across the airways.
Yeah,
Thank
me
you.
too.
I appreciate all of that.
Big squeeze, Mona.
Thanks. I needed that.
And I'm proud of you for coming on, Mona, because I came on yesterday. I was feeling really delicate and I didn't want to talk. So I'm very proud of you that you've actually come on and spoke. So yeah.
Thanks. It's not an easy thing to talk about stuff like that, especially when you're in sessions where other people talk about their children. Yeah. Yesterday's session was a little hard for me because of that.
Mm. Mhm.
I understand that as well because of my parents and my family, especially at Christmas. I'd go on social media and I would see people with their mums, their dads, like a big family at Christmas, and I'd get really upset because I'd be like, why have they got that and I haven't? But it is possible because I've reached a place now that I'm actually happy they've got that. I'm actually happy they've got, I wouldn't never want anyone to feel that. So I've reached a place now where I'm happy for others that they've got the family. So you will reach a place. It will happen, honestly. But I do really understand because I've been there. And I know how
I just
hurtful
wish it would happen a little faster than what it's happening.
Just know that we love you and we're here for you. And yeah, we'll hold space for you.
Mona, I'd love to bring you into your end result and your intention. Your intention is absolutely huge, because to see narcissistic parenting, to have experienced it, and to see no intention at such a stage of so much opportunities to change, and realizing that it's never going to change. I love for you to honor your bravery and your intention to step into your truth and redirect and recreate, because there's so many children out there that don't have a parent that's willing to do that. And I will say I'm one of them. So your children are actually very lucky, and they will realize it one day.
I want to say thank you to everybody here for all your support and love. I appreciate it. And I think it's my turn to ask somebody come into this abundance of love group. But I don't know who else needs to be asked to speak or join.
You can ask Ginny or Neil or
Okay,
Daniel.
Jenny.
And Ian.
Okay, Ian, I invite you and Jenny, and you can take turns. I'm going to double that.
Nice.
I would like to invite both of you to come into this group of abundance of love and share yourself today. Thank you.
Thank you. I think mine is determination. I'm feeling quite determined today. So yeah, determination. Because honestly speaking from the heart, the past few years, I've been feeling quite broke in terms of, as I said before, about a genetic condition, and doctors have always said to me, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. And I really allowed it to consume me, and I've really allowed it to affect my life. So yeah, I'm feeling more determined now that I can change it around. So yeah, and I'm not listening to doctors anymore. I'm the creator of my reality. So yeah, determination. I'm feeling more determined. And I'm really grateful for you all as well. So thank you.
Ian, could you give Ginny a nudge, please?
Yeah, can I invite Jenny in?
Thank you, beautiful Ian. I'm so happy to see you today. And I'm grateful for your boundless love, yours and everyone else in this group. I feel it as a hug virtually. And my word is allowing. And yesterday I learned a lesson that when I take away choice, I'm not allowing. So I apologize for taking away your choice to continue. And I learned my lesson. And with that, I lovingly welcome Marcia.
Good morning. This is interesting. I feel like I'm being held in an orbit around this group. So held is my word this morning. My husband was coughing and hiccuping all night. He's got a cold, and I thought, oh, I'm not going to get up in the morning. And but here I am, and I felt, Allison, whatever healing work you do, I felt you last night. And I was up off and on doing Reiki on my husband, and I'm in awe. I guess that's this is magnetic to me. And that's it. Thank you.
Denny wrote magnetic love. It's a nice combination. Marsha, would you like to welcome either Neil or Daniel? They haven't been welcomed yet.
Sure. I'd like to invite Daniel. Your name pops out at me.
Well, good morning, everybody. Thanks, Marcia. It's good to see you guys again. Glad to be here on a Sunday. And I would just, my word is perseverance. Because that's where I've been at, in a place of just trying to persevere this last week. I know y'all know I wasn't here last Sundays because I was running from all this stuff for about 8 days, barely dabbling in it, and reached a point where I guess, you know, it's crazy. Like I realize how much love and acceptance there is in this group, but I can sit here in this moment and still the old identity is say, I don't know if I can trust that, you know, or is this really real, you know? I went through a major obstacle of actually starting the coaching certification just to get involved in some of the work of it, and then allow that whole thing to just kind of overwhelm me again. And then the old I'm not good enough, or can I really have the ability to do this, or, you know, am I going to be one of those kind of people, those old identities, man, of lack of confidence or lack of ability, you know, or not able to do it, or not trusting the process, you know, just became overwhelming again out of nowhere. I mean, it's like, and I do realize that it's like another breakthrough that I'm right on the edge of again. But I just wish, like you're saying, Mona, that it would just all go away faster. You know, I'm not quitting this time. I mean, but it's like, I don't know how to try. I don't know how to live this way of life. I honestly don't know how to govern it, or how to live it, or how to be in it yet. It's so different. I mean, and I know the solutions are there, and that's why it's so scary. Like the real solutions are here now, you know, like I really have the answers in front of me. I'm at the place where I can find what I've been seeking, and it's terrifying. Honestly, it is scary as hell.
I am understanding what you mean, Daniel, because past couple of weeks I've been feeling like I'm dying inside. Like I've been seeing everything coming up, all my old behaviors, beliefs. I've been seeing it all and feeling it all, and I've been feeling like I'm dying and like my skin's coming off, and I just want to rip all my skin off. It's really uncomfortable, so I understand.
Yeah, thanks. Oh, so just persevering, you know, do it. Okay. I have been, you know, I've been half-assing my core 4 too, but I've been at least attempting each morning. And then that's another place. It's like, I still don't know how to govern or give myself credit for the things that I am doing, even in the middle of the storm. or trust in that. So it's either the overachiever kicking in where I'm trying to do so much of everything all at one time, several different things, like where I'm in the stuck mode, or the not being able to trust not being able to trust, or not thinking I'm doing enough, or that I am enough, or that this is enough work, not having those governors to actually be able to trust it or just know, I know you guys know what I'm talking about, but it's like I just was really hoping I could bypass all this shit. In this whole process, I just really wish that there was a way that I didn't have to go through it again, that I could just fool myself through it. But once again, I'm faced with having to do the work, like, or even how to do it different where I'm not fixing, because I know I'm back in the fixing mode, and it's like I can't get out of it at the moment. It feels like I just can't get past it. But that's where I'm at right now. So I'm persevering, and I'm here because I know I need to be in this group to hear you guys and be around y'all. And yesterday I did spend time going through the immersions and working on my coaching certification. So I did do that, and I gave myself credit as much as I could through the day, that even with the guilt that I was feeling from the last days of not doing it, But that's just where I'm at. I'm in that spinny place.
Okay, Daniel, this is Craig.
Right.
We're going to dovetail back to that, okay?
Okay.
But before we do that, can you invite Neil into the space, please?
Yes, I would like to invite Neil into the space.
Hi all. I had a word, but after Daniel's contribution, I came up with another word. Triggered or triggering. It seems, it seems unavoidable, at least for a while, and it's okay. I thought the most important word that you said, Daniel, was yet. This stuff comes up because the unconscious, the wounds, the unconscious wounds, and the personalities, just kick up a fuss, and it's all okay. It's all okay. You have tools for recognizing it, and then choosing what you want, and the unconscious will adapt the new program. We just don't know exactly when, but we know that it will.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, I was just checking to make sure that everybody's been invited in, and we've done that so far. And it's interesting to me what came up today after yesterday, and quite a few of us weren't here yesterday. So that's interesting too. And I heard heartbrokenness, and that one really landed with me, as well as perseverance and triggering. And so I'm going to share quickly my experience of yesterday, because I actually hosted the conversation. And just to let everybody know that hasn't seen the video yet, Joe showed up with his daughter, Isla, who is 9 years old. And we invited her into the space. And there were a lot of giggles. And the way it unfolded was that she understood the energy of what we're doing here. She understood it right away. In fact, before she was even invited in, she perceived it and got it. So that was very miraculous for me. And so the two of us had a little conversation. And those of you that know me at all know that I have a very soft spot in my heart for children, especially. And I understand children as being the greatest resource that we have on this planet. And the younger they are, the more of a resource they actually are. And that they come into this incarnation with gifts and genius and greatness, all of which are suppressed in them by society and family and all those other things. But I have to admit to all of you that yesterday's session was very joyful for me, and especially to be in that conversation, but it was also bittersweet at the same time. Neil, can you turn your mic off, please?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. And I just mentioned that yesterday's session was bittersweet for me. And I'm speaking up now because my thing is the same as Mona's around my own children. I have 3 children. They're all in their 20s. My 2 daughters have disengaged from me. It's been over 4 years since I've heard from either one of them. And my son, who's experienced some of this kind of work that we're doing in this group, I haven't heard from him in over a year now either. And in the past few years, I've gone through a major mental emotional meltdown of my own. And my wife at the time and my children just couldn't handle it. And so what they've done is they've chosen to withdraw from me. And so my heart has been broken with respect to my immediate family. So I'm in that space as well. That's my current reality. So what I'm feeling led to do today is to work with this energetically, because I know I'm just sensing that a lot of us in this room have experienced that. And it might even be around alienation from parents or vice versa. So we're talking about family relational realities right now, like immediate family ones. So what I'd like everyone to do is close your eyes, take a deep cleansing breath in through your nose, hold it for a bit, let it out through your mouth. Let's grab a second one. And a third. And since we're doing heart work here in this circle, primarily, allow your heart to feel whatever it is that hurts. Heartbrokenness could be guilt, could be the feeling of being victimized. Allow yourself to feel what that is to you in your heart. And those of you in support, would you lean in energetically toward those of us who are feeling this pain? Group hug. Group hug all together. And let's just sit with that for a moment in this space of safety and comfort and truth. Another deep breath. Number 2. Number 3. And allow those deep, deep feelings to work their way through your body, through your system. And now I'm going to state the truth that those loved ones of ours already know that we love them, that we cherish them, that we choose a relational closeness with them, and so reach out with your energy wherever they are, and give them an energy hug that confirms to them that you love and care for them.
Mhm.
Now, the most powerful part of all I wonder how repeat this after me. I wonder how my relational reality with my children will be restored. And let it go.
Mhm. Mm. This is I don't know.
Yes. It's also delegation, delegating that care to the highest power.
Can I add a metaphor?
Please do.
We started at truth. Came all the way around, but we didn't come back to the same point. We raised up a level. And that is the beginning of the vortex after one complete loop. So we are standing at the gates of heaven. Just imagine that's the end. That's everything you ever wanted, and it's locked. And what do? No, my family's on the other side. All my money's on the other side. And I see the lock, but I can't get around it. And when you look at it and say, I don't know, and just fall backwards. The farther you fall, the more the gates open. And that vortex will just take you through it. Yeah, you'll fall a little bit. It'll wobble a little bit, but man, it's so much better together. That end result is the gates of heaven. We can't stand there alone and go through.
Mm.
I'm complete.
Humble yourselves, therefore, under the hand of God, that he might exalt you in due time. Casting all your care upon him, because he cares for you. Allow your heart to recover. I'm so grateful we do heart work here. You all are such a gift. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Please feel free to fill with your release this space.
Well, for me, I just feel like I just let myself off the bloody hook through this process this morning, actually. That, that I don't have to get this perfect, you know. I don't have to, it's okay to fail, it's okay to wobble, it's okay to struggle. You know, it's gonna happen. I don't even have, you know, really, I don't know enough about this program to get it perfect, to try to get it perfect, and to put those expectations on myself to have to do it perfect is ridiculous. It's just old stuff that's funny right now. So I appreciate that. I appreciate what I've heard this morning a lot. Yep. I just get back on the wheel and just go back at it, you know, take the next right action. Like this morning, this is it right here. This was the next right action this morning, coming here. So love you guys. Thank you for that. I feel a lot better, actually.
Can I just say, Daniel, the way I see it is there's no such thing as failure, there's only feedback. So if you do something and it's wrong, it's just telling you that's not the right way to do it, find a different way. It's all
Yeah,
feedback.
that's a good way to look at it, Ian. It's a good way to look at it. You know, and I live in a community right here where my dad is. So I went through that. That was really profound. He went into the whole parent thing like it did this morning because, you know, I went through that. My dad was a narcissist too. I told some of you about that when I first met you guys and that whole experience with him. But now our relationship's good, but I still, because he follows an old traditional kind of a Baptist belief system. It's a lot of what the work we do, he actually wouldn't agree with, even though I believe he's aware of some of the stuff I'm doing and is giving me the space. Like my dad's not putting any kind of pressure on me in any kind of way, whether it's fact, it's all been mostly just acceptance of who and what I am today and enjoys my company. But I still pull up those old experiences and bring them to the present. You know, like I'm still in some of those childhood dramas with him and it's not really going on right now. But then it's just a trip. I just can tell you that this whole thing is it's really good and it's quite a trip. It is, but it's worthy. It's a worthy journey. I'm willing to go through it. you know, I'm seeing it this morning I'm seeing things now, which I wasn't, when I first came on this morning, I was still in the fog of war, but now it's starting to kind of all come clear. Thanks a lot. I appreciate the space for that.
Yeah, I'm being led to draw attention back to the last part that I led everyone through, and that is delegate the end result to the timing of the universe. That's very, very important. Is that you co-create the end result with the higher powers that care for you. Because nothing that we could do is going to make that end result happen, because there's choice that other people have to make in order for a relationship to be restored.
Thank you, Daniel. What I'll point to is to observe when you're not in your heart. And what I mean by that is, if we're not in our heart, then where are we? We're observing, awareness. Oh, that's a key word. I will assume my truth that you are in your head if you're not in your heart. So I can fix that point in a structure and wonder what's on the other side of it. If we're always in our head, getting the feedback we're getting now, do I like it? Feedback, Ian, feedback, wonderful. Surrendering yesterday, Ian, yeah. And it's like, if we can't surrender when we're in our head. All we can do is play this loops over and 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 over. Over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Until we begin to stop like we do here and say, well, what does our heart say? That's the truth. And so as a coach, we just listen, are you in your heart or in your head? Because that keeps me in my heart. Find yours. With that, I vortex Braveheart into that and jump it off of the Fibonacci trampoline from yesterday as we step onto day 11, number 11 of which equals 35. Are we ready to take all these wobbles into wiggles and then move them into giggles? Or did you? It's the top of the hour. Choose to come back or go do something else. But honor what was produced here. Value what was produced here. Cherish what is produced here and give it. Find your truth. And show others how to do it, how to find their heart, how to become magical support, how to be a heart-centered supporter through love. Because you can begin to listen what their heart is telling you when you're open. And the best place to practice is a child. We proved that yesterday. So as we come into all of this, as we started with in truth, I brought in truth. Just to trust the magic. Allison is the starting block. Yes. Poof. Highest perspective, Jenny. Lynn was pure. Mona, brave heart. Ian, hope and determination. Jenny, space. Marcia, held in magnetic love. Daniel, persistence, perseverance, priorities. Noticing you're running away and just allowing, it's like, I don't know. And Neil, the triggers, and not to step over and away from the lessons that await us. And one thing that I've settled on when I'm in my wobble is to ask, is it my wobble or your wobble? And only when I'm in my heart can I tell the difference. Thank you. I open space for the next 15 minutes.
I'll start the next 15 minutes. And in honoring our hearts, our vulnerable and likewise innocent hearts, just for the next few minutes, if anybody would love to share a spark of joy that their heart has experienced, please do.
I will. And so I just see space with crystals popping up out of the ground all around as we run on them, just pulling the energy up as we run and giggle and laugh, because that wobble was there, just crashed with that wiggle, with that giggle, and that running. And that'd be the trampoline.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Jesse.
I would just like to say appreciation for this group and how glad I am that I found you all. And I'm just expanding my heart and connecting it to all yours and giving you love. So yeah. And how much I appreciate you all. Yeah.
Thank you, Ian.
Thank you, Ian, for all the value you bring.
Yeah, for me, it was also finding that place of joy in the group to bring balance to my wobble and turn it into that wiggle and the giggle and the love and acceptance that's here in this group, and just being able to have this wisdom base to be able to connect with, on making my Sunday mornings wonderful. So this morning has been a great experience for me also.
Thank you, Daniel.
I'd like to share. I have run through so many emotions this morning of relating to Daniel's frustration, but still being so very human, and still persevering. And I just feel very embraced. And what popped into my mind was this a nest. We're all in this nest being held by love, and it's truly the greatest. Now abide faith, hope, and love, but the greatest of these is love. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Marsha. So interesting. I was in a group with Jenny that she runs on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And one of the images that came up for us there was also a nest. A circle, right? And that it's in a tree. And that it has this gorgeous view. And that it is the starting block. Right. Once the robins leave that nest, they're gone. We have so many gifts. Every second of our lives.
I would like to share something if it's okay. Something that I've been realizing. I don't really like to say into stories, but the condition I've got, I've been told that causes faster aging. So they've told me that I'll experience aging at a faster rate, so I'll feel aging faster. And I've gone like my hair and stuff, my beard, I've got a lot of grey. And I've got a lot of grey in my eyebrows for my age because I'm in my 30s. I've got a lot of grey hair. And I used to dye it. But what I've realized now, I used to colour my beard, colour my eyebrows. But what I've realized now is aging's a privilege. My grey hair is a sign that I'm living that privilege, so I don't dye, I don't colour my hair anymore. It's just I feel proud that I'm living that privilege, so I just embrace the grey now. I embrace it.
That's
So
amazing.
aging is a privilege. Not everyone gets to experience in this incarnation. And my grey hair is a sign that I'm living that privilege. So I wear it with pride now. So yeah, I'd just like to share what I've shared up.
Thank you, Ian, so much. So much.
Because I used to feel really like paranoid, like, oh, I've got grey hair, I look old, but now I embrace it. So I feel like it's a privilege. So yeah.
What is the gift for you of old age, do you think?
For me,
Mm-hmm.
I don't actually know. I've never really thought about it. I just think it's a privilege because not everyone gets to experience it this time round. So, seeing your kids grow older, seeing your grandchildren, spending more time with family, friends, doing what you love, exploring the world. I just feel like it's a privilege growing older. So, and that we should embrace growing older, not like try and cover up, getting Botox and stuff. Just embrace it. It's a privilege.
Yeah. And how our bodies teach us. How they give us lessons. Jesse's saying that he just saw a massive shooting star in his dawn sky. If you can see his picture on screen, he's trying to show us. I don't know that we can see it, Jess. It's amazing.
I was gonna have Craig look because it's behind this. It's behind the clouds now. My God, it looked like a comet with a huge tail. It was amazing. I thought it was an airplane.
It's incredible.
It was.
What an exclamation to all the sharing that we're doing.
Southwest, Craig.
Are you outside or inside, Craig?
I'm inside, but the sun's already almost risen here.
Okay.
So it's like, yeah, my sky isn't anywhere near as dark as Jesse's, so I probably wouldn't be able to see it.
That was with, if I was to ever see a real comet, that was a real comet.
Wow.
But I can't see it again, so my eyes could be making it up. But I got to sit in my truth.
No, I feel it. I feel it, Jesse. I felt it. So yeah, so it was there, definitely.
That's either oh shit or oh shit. We'll find out soon enough.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's enough of that.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, I love those
Talk
little
about a spark of
synchronicities.
joy. Sorry, Craig.
I said I love those little synchronicities
Yes.
that pop in. Yeah.
And I said, talk about a spark of joy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, exactly.
Yeah, it pays to stick around in the group because you get to catch all the good points like this. The joys and the comments.
Yeah, the cosmos has a great sense of humor. And
Jesse,
it's especially for those of us who are paying attention.
That's correct. Jesse, thanks for pointing out the difference between the head and the heart. I've got to really you gave me something to think about and chew on with that, or feel it. I think that's what I'm going to do. Is I'm just going to go ahead and experience that as much as I can in my heart, what you're talking about there, so I can truly start to understand that difference, because I can get off in my head. So that was some good stuff, brother, and I will feel on that this week.
Well, I've been noticing about my head and my heart because I've been noticing the difference. When I'm in my heart, I feel compassion for myself. I feel love for myself. When I'm in my head, I analyze and I'm critical to myself. So when you're in your heart, you'll feel more compassion for yourself and for others.
Awesome. And that's actually how it was happening this morning too, just like that. That's a pretty good explanation right there.
And when you're in your heart, you see through the eyes of love. So you don't judge people, you have compassion, passion, but when you're in your head, you judge. That's how you know the difference, you feel it.
For me, Jesse's the dictionary of shortcuts.
Is being in your head more of the reactive responsive orientation? Is that where we're more in the fix it type scenarios whenever we're in our head versus our heart? Or is there a place for being in our head in this work too?
I say our default is to be in our heads because society rewards us for that.
Okay.
Now that's changing because we have to combine the two, the heart and the head. Yes, the gut is another aspect of you. And so like to get really technical and deep, we could, but we don't have to.
Gotcha.
And so it's like when you say, I don't know, is the shortcut to from the head to the heart. You fall backwards or down into your heart. When you say, I don't know, you let go of all the expectations, you fall into your heart, and you can start with, you can choose from peace.
Okay.
The other, if you wanted to set it all up and take it through a process, you would find, what do you want or love? Why can't you have it? And whatever you resist will persist. And so not until you allow all possibilities to drop away can you step out of that resistance and start a new spot. So that's 5 steps into one.
Gotcha.
You're welcome.
I like how you brought that together in the 5-step process right there.
Well, that's what you guys pay me for, shortcuts.
All right.
And I do apologize that is a disservice if I have to.
You certainly don't have to.
I know I don't.
That's compulsion speaking.
Yes, it was a little bit of my wobble that, yes, I was having fun with.
Yep. We got a few giggles. That's the important part.
Yeah.
Well, it tells us, Jesse, how much you've been through this work to get the shortcuts.
Exactly.
I hope I can pull on the tail of that comet and not have to go through all
Oh,
struggle.
Marcia. Thank you, Marcia. Like I honor that. Thank you. Because to that realization, 3.5 years. Yes. So thank you. And it all started when I realized that I'm tired of doing this alone 35 days ago. 35 days is where this started from. And you are all choosing to go with a shortcut. And you are aware how compelled you are to be here. And we're just amplifying that because it's working. What's working? I don't know is working. And how easy is that is you just try it and it lets go. And then it's like, huh, what's obvious? Huh, what would I love? What would make me happy? And it's not like you do it one time and the gates of heaven open up and you walk in. No, you do it one time, the gates of heaven open up and you fall away from them. And you got to figure out how to get back to it. That's the doing, and that's the obvious action, but you were already there. You already saw it. You've already created it by the new habit. Now you just figure out, what do I have to do? And it's the obvious action that's right there. Just do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. And we call that living now. Rather than living from our head, we're living from our heart. Oh my God. And we can talk about it all freaking day long, or we can come here and do it for 2 hours and be in it all day long. Your choice. I mean, one costs you $30,000. It'll take you 3.5 years. You'll never get there because you'll just keep doing it yourself, or you come here and we teach the world how to do it. One's driven by money, one's driven by love.
And how to be it before you do it. Agency.
That's right. So you teach that and then you charge for it because it's already working. That's the difference. Value, value, value. Thank you. I'm off my soapbox.
But then you can really expand, and you can really create. The world really is your oyster then.
Yes, yes, yes. And it's through the heart. It's like we have to get everyone's heart out because we're trying to all be the damn same. And that child yesterday proved we can't be the same.
Mm-hmm.
We're all unique flowers that need to shine. And that is the only way we're all going to get to the gates of heaven at the same time so we can all enter. The only way we get there is by saying, I don't know. And so there's the difference between my coach and my leader hat. Because this is not a coaching session.
So this group started 35 days ago, and that was also when you started doing your lenses, Jesse? Is that what? Amazing.
So no, none of that was the important part. What was important is, yes, 35 consecutive days of my lenses that was inspired by my Queen Bee lenses, Annette, who is coming close to 200 days.
Wow.
The key that I want to put into your awareness and everyone's awareness is when I stopped doing it alone.
Gotcha.
I stopped saying no to everyone else. I stopped saying no to myself. I stopped saying no to everyone else. And I tried to figure out how to say yes.
Gotcha.
And that's my passion. And that's what I've been sharing for 35 days is my passion, because I don't know what it is.
I just want to say that I feel it from your heart. That's why I come on, because I want to be around more people that are heart-led, and I really feel it from you guys. So yeah, I just want to say thank you, Jesse. I really do appreciate you. So yeah.
Well, thank you, Ian. And what I aim to do is that when you come in, you feel this, you learn, like you know this. And what I work to is that, one, we are all equal here. That's why it's not a coaching session. Equal. We all contribute where we're at with what we got and what we're living every day so that we can train ourselves to be in the heart. Because only through our heart, only through the heart can we serve with love. That's me not coaching. That is just the leader that I aim to do. And I don't do it all the time. And then I really work with yes and, because I know I'm in it then. Because if I love you, I will say yes to you. Whatever you have, whatever, we'll figure a way to have it. If I love you, I will say yes to you. If you keep saying no, all that says is that you don't care about me. And so with that, I get to invite like the queen bee of love. I forget it. Sindrell, welcome. I invite you. You
Good
and
morning, everyone.
let me give you a little swirl. So we are in the magnet of love this morning. I invite you into that. So glad to have you this morning. Be with you. Thank you. Hmm. Is there a word you'd like to share with us today? And here's my share of the, yeah, look at that, my share. That's not equal. But I love to hear the truth of where people are joining us. That to me is the importance of bringing your word or phrase. I'm not listening to the word, but I'm listening to everything about the words. Because that is what I choose to invite in. I say that is the difference. And I say that small difference has huge value.
So for me, with what you've said, JC, tone tells me a lot. And that relates to the vibration. So the word has its own vibration. And then what Annette said yesterday was that she's come to realize how differently words can be received and intended. And it depends a lot on the context of which we're going into and the context of which we're coming from, whether we're coming from the head or from the heart. So that's what that brings up for me, with what you said now. I'll follow on from that. Just thinking about people's voices and how some people's voices for me just always sing. And Central, yours is a voice that for me always sings. And yesterday when we had Joe's little girl with us, Isla, the thing that I enjoyed so much was her child voice. Children are always coming from their hearts. And you hear it so clearly, clear as a bell.
She is the show. She is the star of the show.
Mm.
Every Saturday.
He was our comet yesterday.
Yeah, the way that thing was moving, it will probably be around for a while. If it was. So it's when we're here, we can say, let's get to work. And just notice what your body wants to go and do. And just allow those to be wobbles. That's not what we need to do. Just think of all the things that you want to go do. Oh, all the actions. No, those are all like are masculine that the world rewards. That's how I know I'm letting go of my resistance. That's how I know it's releasing, is when I get that big deep breath. Yeah. There's another layer of the wobble. It's like, oh, I don't need to know what to go do. I can just sit here in this moment. No, we don't gonna sit here all day, right, guys? We don't sit here all day. We just sit here and look at our day and say, huh, let's take the easiest action possible. That sounds good. So I bump into something. I don't like it. My wobble starts to go off. I don't know. That becomes your anchor. That becomes your shortcut to this feeling that you're experiencing every 2 hours, every day, or 1 hour, or 5 minutes. It doesn't matter. What matters is you do it, and that you do it with a group. And I say the group has to work to be equal. They have to serve love. And how you know you're doing that is when you say yes, and I don't know what's next. Time for me to go be happily married. I don't know if I'll be back or not, but we'll see.
Coffee time.
I'll be well, no, I won't be listening, so.
My word is a river filled with so many words, and a river with a bunch of little wobbles all over the place. My word is experience. Experiences drawn to the magnetism. And all the wobbles just wobble, wobble, wobble. And yet it gives the great ripple of the river. My word is, it is what it is. And the stream just keeps flowing and going, magnetized to the love, because it has no source that wants to stop. The word is experience, awareness, knowingness. The word is release. Let the wobbles be the wobbles, dancing down the stream. And there I stand on a rock and look up through the trees and see the sunbeam. And it doesn't matter that the wobbles wobble, but it matters that the stream does stream. And I look down at my toes and I dance on the wobbles, and the world is not mean. It's a choice to the magnetism. It's a choice to the sun. It's a choice to be me. In every wobble, I look back, I've still won. But one isn't winning. One is living to be alive. One is still looking across to see the land and all the beautiful flowers that have built up in the fields. So much can happen while you're dancing in the wobbles, but knowing what you leave behind and what you seek ahead is still growing in the sun.
Beautiful, Sindrell. Thank you.
Thank you for waking me up with another bing from Messenger to join.
Only in love. Letting that beautiful Sindrell music permeate my heart.
May those words just flood your holidays, flood your families, flood your relationships with love. That is what's at the center of our wobbles. And the brave hearts stand in it. But you don't stand alone. We all stand with you. Arm in arm, hand in hand, heart in heart. One step together. Happy holidays. Love your families. Love yourself. Love life. Love now.
I'll say a few words for us before we all leave this morning. And a quote from Buddhism comes to mind for me, and it goes like this: bow to the emotion, bow to the heart. I would like to honor everyone that has been with us this morning and before, and that will come in the future to be with the heart of their hearts, the innocent heart of their hearts. To allow the wobbles and the pain and the ripples and the rapids, and then see the reflection of the sun on the river of life. To feel the flow, to feel both the warmth and the coolness of the water. Always cleansing, always being home to life. And remember how that river flows through as water or light in the body. This beautiful, magnificent temple that we live in. Strong and proud. Because it is such a beautiful creation. And when we leave here today, we know that we are held. We know that we are part of a space available to others to experience their own capacity to hold themselves and in turn hold others as we align more and more with infinity, the infinity of love. But that's all that is infinite, because it is light.
Yes. And
Hmm. And Ginny wrote, infinite love is light and ... joy. In all the grief that there was expressed today, that little spark of joy comes with as we turn to light. And in that light, we just be so that we can see what it is that we will be a part of.
Thank you. It's calling to all the I don't knows. The I don't knows of the world. We invite you to be equal, to serve, honor, and find love, and practice saying yes and I don't know what's next with a smile. Practice it today. If you can, come back tomorrow.
And even if you can, please do come back tomorrow.
Jerusalem, my feet shall stand within thy gates, O Jerusalem. My feet shall stand within thy love. Oh, yes, and oh, yes, and my feet shall stand within thy gates, infinite love land. Peace be unto all of thee.
Blessings to all. Thank you so much, Cinderella.
Thank you, Sindrell. Beautiful poems and song I can take with me forever. Ian, thank you for sharing from the bottom of your heart. I've learned so much. Marcia, thank you for your overflowing joy and passion, your heart, huge heart. So, Marcia, welcome. I love you, Marcia. Sindrell, I love you, Sindrell. And Ian, I love you. Thank you for your gifts and sharing them, your brave heart, that it may be a light for us all. And the rest of you, I love you too. With my open heart, our vortex of number 11, which is day 35, may you trampoline into your open fields of crystal flowers full of giggles and laughter. And may you find that inner child that just wants to play. I call that happy.
Be the trampoline.
Yes,
I'll
See you
say
all later.
goodbye.
Goodbye,
Goodbye,
all.
everybody. Much love.
Bye.
Love and hugs all.